Hi guys, Dr. YouTube here. Check it out.
Everybody take a seat and watch this segment. Honestly, you'll find it very interesting that Black Lives Matter heard across the country and the campaign, on the campaign trail, most recently outrage over the case of Mansour Bal-Bey, a young black man who was killed by two white St. Louis police officers. Police say he pointed a gun at them before they fired. His family disputes that. But where is the outrage over another death? The death of Jamila, 9-year-old Jamila Bolden, killed by a stray bullet in her home as she did her homework.
As the Black Lives Matter harass people.
I want you to listen to this video. It's from an African American
Listen to this lady.
named Peggy.
She's so true.
Who do you think they protested for? The thugs, the criminals. Because they're hollering police brutality. Are you kidding me? Police brutality? How about black brutality? You black people, my black people, you are the most violent I have ever seen in my life. You're shooting at the police. Police drops your ass. Oh, poor so-and-so. He died due to police brutality. 127 homicides later, y'all want to holler police brutality? Black people, you're a joke.
Listen to her.
You're tearing up communities for thugs and criminals. You think the police are out here for fun? You think they're out here for games? They're not going to tuck you in. They're not going to give you a cookie and sing you a lullaby
Hear
and
that?
tuck you in. No, they're going to pop a cap in your ass. You shoot at them, they're going to shoot at you. Jamila Bolden, 9 years old, lost her life in her own home doing her homework. Second, third day of school, looking forward to her future, and she's killed by a drive-by shooting, and it was the wrong house. It should have never happened to anybody, and it happened to her, a child. My husband and I were sitting on the couch watching television. I didn't even know about Jamila's death until the next day. We were sitting on the couch watching television, and they break into normal broadcasting because there's a full-blown riot in downtown, well, not downtown, but Midtown St. Louis, in the neighborhood I grew up in, the Walnut Park, Wells, Goodfellow, that area, North City. And the police executed a search warrant. Suspects are in the house. They're running from the police, shooting at the police, and the police shot one of the suspects, and he was killed. And from what we understand, he had a gun, and it was a stolen weapon. Jamila, the day before, I didn't hear anything on it on the news, and I'm an avid news watcher. Nothing was reported. It was just a blip. This guy dies, this Bay guy dies, and all of a sudden, there's a full-blown riot.
You hear it? You recognize it, lady?
And there's
Thank you.
for her. And we're hollering Black Lives Matter. He had his chance to matter. He chose his path. He chose his destiny. Jamila never got her destiny. She never got her promises. Her life.
You hear that, Black Lives Matter? Do it really matter to you? Listen to this lady.
She could have been the next Secretary of State. She could have been the next Attorney General. She never got a chance.
And where was the outrage over her?
For you starts now.
Two Westland teenagers murdered execution-style in a vacant Detroit field.
Found 2.5 years later, their killers are going to prison for life. Fox News' Amy Lang with more from today's emotional sentencing.
These families have waited so long for justice. Finally, their opportunity to address the men who killed their sons. But what one of the defendants had to say to them left everyone shaking their heads.
In the end, knowing who Jordan was, I believe he would want me to offer forgiveness. Although I know I may struggle with that endeavor for the rest of my life, it would be what Jordan would want. On behalf of Jordan and myself, I will pray for forgiveness for both of you.
And no matter what sentence the court imposes today, these defendants will have to answer to God. God's got this.
I'd like to say sorry to the families of Ayanna Jones, Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, and I want to apologize to them for not being able to get justice for their loved ones who was murdered in cold blood. And in respect for the peaceful protest, I want to say hands up, don't shoot. Black Lives Matter. That's it.
Liar, you're a piece of shit, dude. How stupid are you?
Shooting unarmed people like Michael Brown. But what would happen if one of those protesters walked in the shoes of a police officer or deputy and was faced with split-second life or death decisions? We decided to find out.
So I'm going to have you put the holster on right inside your belly there.
Jarrett Maupin gets his weapon. You might recognize him as a high-profile organizer in the minority community. Just last month, he led marches on Phoenix Police Headquarters after an officer shot an unarmed man.
We want his badge! We want his gun! We want his job!
Today, he accepted an invitation to look at things from the other side, agreeing to go through a force-unforced training session with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. 3 scenarios where you have to decide to shoot or not shoot. Scenario 1 is a call about a man casing cars in a parking lot. Maupin approaches the man and starts asking questions.
What? You're looking for your vehicle. What kind of car do you drive? What kind of car do you drive? It's my car, man.
Maupin, the officer, is shot. It happens that fast.
At what time did you think that it was time for you to address the use of force that was when he came to the back of the vehicle and was hiding? You know, I could sense something was wrong.
Scenario 2, a call of 2 men fighting.
What's going on today, gentlemen? What's going on today, gentlemen? What do you want? What's happening here? What's wrong with you? Huh? What are you doing, man? Hey, you shouldn't approach me. You shouldn't approach me. You shouldn't approach me. You shouldn't approach me. In there. Yeah. What are you doing? You just shot him? Hey, he rushed me. Tell me why you shot him. Well, I shot because he was within that zone. You know, I felt there was an imminent threat. I didn't necessarily see him armed, but he came clearly to do some harm to the officer, to my person. It's hard to make that call. It shakes you up.
Again, an unarmed man was shot. Scenario 3, a call about a possible burglar walking down the street. Maupin gets him on the ground. He's not complying.
I need you to keep your hands up, sir. For what? Because I need to check that waistband. For what? What are you doing? Because I don't know what you have under there. Everybody, look at this guy. What are you doing?
No shots fired. But the